For the more advanced golfers, there's skills that you can use with your driver, like fading the ball, drawing the ball, hitting it high and hitting it low. These skills you can use on the golf course, and depending on the conditions of the day, you can sort of make a shot happen. You can use your technique to make it happen. But when you're warming up, you can look at technology, and if you're hitting a big hook, shall we say, you can now change your driver by using Mizuno technology to make you fade it more. So it sort of takes away the horrible snap hook and brings it straighter. Now to do this, you need to use one of the keys of the Fast Track technology. My MP600 driver here has been set for maximum fade. It means I've been hooking the ball on the range, and I don't really want that hook out on the golf course, so I'm neutralizing it with technology. So that can be useful. Once you're out on the course though, you can't do that. You've got to use the club as it started on the first tee. Now, as a player, you want to be able to shape the ball. Let's have a couple of thoughts about fading. When I want to fade the ball, there's two key points I've got to get right at setup. I've got to make sure I'm pointing the club into the position I want the ball to finish. So I'll set my club face actually square, and then I'll set my stance open. That's aiming down the left side of the fairway. Then there's a little bit of trickology I use. That's a little bit, as I come through the ball, I'm going to make sure I'm delaying the crossover of my forearms. And that's it. I go ahead now and make my swing, and that's all I feel. Now that's to hit the fade. If you want to hit a draw, you have to think about things literally the other way around. What you do now is you set up, again, with the club face pointing down to where you want the ball to finish, but now you set yourself up with a closed stance. That's aiming more down the right-hand side. And of course, to encourage things a little bit, as I come into the ball, there's a slight crossover of the forearms, just to encourage the draw. Now, of course, those shots will require practice, but if you take them out onto the golf course, they're useful when the hole bends different ways or when you have trouble that you want to avoid. But we all have to play with the wind in our face or the wind going downwind. Let's assume it's downwind. First thing is, fairly obviously, I'm going to tee the ball up. Second point, I'm going to make my normal swing, but I'm going to set myself more behind the ball at address and leave more weight on the right side. And as a final thought, as I swing through, I'm just going to make sure the club is really freewheeling as it goes through the ball. That will give it maximum height. Back, free wheel. And of course, those horrible shots that we have to hit into the wind. How do you get power into the wind? Well, you've got to keep the trajectory down. I tee the ball down. That's one of the changes. And then going through impact, I'll make sure that I've got a pretty firm wrist and an abrupt finish. I can't sort of quite get the Tiger Woods effect on this one, but it's a similar idea, and I make sure that my chest is more on top of the ball as I hit it. Let's go ahead and have a look at that. So shot making skills are a way of using your technique out on the golf course. And when you're on the range, you can use the technology, and the combination of two should allow you to play whatever challenge is put in front of you.